On the second day of our trip, Andrea and I took a train north to Italy's famous and beautiful Lake District to see the town of Como.
Okay, tell them then what happened on the way here.
Well, on the way here at Loudness and Clarity, it was a flat platform, but when we got here, it was like a step down by 18 inches. So we gotta figure out for when we leave how to get back on the train. There's something called solid blue here, which we tried to figure out, but
nobody spoke English, Spanish, or Portuguese.
And
so,
it seems like you have to like reserve that ahead of time of some sort. So we'll figure it out. Hi guys, so second day here in in Italy. Yesterday we did Milan and we finally made it to Como this morning. We're gonna do Como and then maybe cross the border into Lugano, Switzerland this afternoon. So we kind of had a learning experience at the train station this morning in Como. When we left Milan, I was able to get on the train just fine. The platform was accessible. However, that was not the case in Como, so I had to jump down a pretty big bump. And then we found out, we were trying to figure out how it worked with you can request assistance for the trains, but it turns out you need to request that 24 hours in advance, and you need to have your tickets booked. So the train, if you're traveling by wheelchair, the train travel is not as loose as you could if you were able-bodied. You need to have a little bit more scheduled. But now that we figured that out, we're here in Como. We're going to enjoy the rest of our day, and we got our trains booked for our trip to Verona tomorrow, and our assistance, so it should be a little bit smoother flowing tomorrow. After figuring things out at the train station, Andrea and I decided to head out and explore the town of Como as we headed towards something called the funicular. The streets of Como and the sidewalks were all quite flat, which made it super easy for me to relax and enjoy the beauty that surrounded us. And even though it was a little bit chilly, we still had to stop for our daily dose of gelato. After about a 25-minute push from the train station, Andrea and I arrived at the funicular. We had a great experience here, and getting on and off the funicular was quite easy, and they even had latch downs in the train car for me so that my chair wouldn't move around. However, their bathrooms weren't exactly what I would call handicap accessible, so if you need to go, maybe try one of the restaurants or stores nearby. But don't count this one out just because of that. The view on the ride up, from the top, and on the way down make this well worth any kind of hassle you might encounter. So we made it to the top of one of the mountains near Como. We took the train or funicular to the top to this little village called Renae. And from up here you can even see, I don't know if you can see in the camera, but you can see the Swiss Alps in the background there. And then if you look right there is where we were before, down on the lake. And then that's back towards Milan, that direction and stuff.
That's impressive.
It is.
It's
the camera does not do it justice,
no.
for sure.
Pictures. We're gonna wait for the next part to come up of the funicular and head back down.
After getting down from the funicular, we made the decision to stay in Como for the rest of the day and just enjoy the sights. We grabbed some lunch and walked the streets, which were almost like walking through a movie set.
Outside, it's fine. Okay.
Dentro, door. Adesso vai, vai.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you. You wanna go out here instead or inside?
I think out there so we can see more, no? Or are we gonna get cold?
Are you gonna get lost?
Huh?
Are you gonna get lost?
Alright,
Alright, that was interesting.
it was.
They couldn't let us go for some reason towards the front. They had a mobile ramp and they just wanted us to stay in there. We can't, but you're not happy here?
Are you happy here?
I think so, because we wanted to be outside. So, from what I could understand, one of the guys was questioning why he couldn't let Casey do the mobile ramp with stairs down towards the front, outside. I don't know if you can see through here. And he just kind of said, because no, it's dangerous. So he only put the ramp through the stairs right there. But then we found these doors that push outside. He just went through that dip. And we're outside again, so I guess it's the same thing. I don't think, they know that everybody has the same abilities for some reason, so they're very conservative, but...
I got on for free too.
Oh, that's true. They just charged me, I think, half of it.
Yeah, it was €4.
€4, yeah. Oh,
That's the one thing we've been finding out a lot in Europe is that here in Italy, is that a lot of for example, when we went to the Duomo in Milan yesterday, it was free for Andrea and I. This was, half price for Andrea and free for me. So if you can make it and you're willing to there's definitely been some challenges here and there with bathrooms and accessibility, and you can't get to everything, but you can get to a lot of stuff, and if you're willing to give up some pride and some comfort, you can get a lot, you can see a lot, and you don't have to pay a lot.
So. Right. So we'll show you a few shots from what we get to tour with the ferry boats. Ciao, mille grazie.
Ciao.
Ciao, grazie.
Worth it, babe.
Huh?
Worth it.
Worth it.
We finished off an amazing day in Como with some beer and some treats from the Christmas market. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next Adapted Adventures.